Enormous abyss appears on Jupiter and NASA does not know how to explain the cause. June 13, 2019, NASA identified a sinister-looking hole in Jupiter's clouds and admitted that it cannot explain why the abyss appeared. Enormous abyss appears on Jupiter and NASA does not know how to explain the cause. NASA/JPL Caltech/SWRI/MSSS/Gerald Eichstadt/Sean Doran. The strange dark spot was found by the Juno spacecraft as it orbited the huge gaseous giant planet. This seems to be sitting in the middle of a vortex and is likely to be quite deep, although its true characteristics are not known at this stage. NASA wrote, "What is this black spot on Jupiter? No one is sure." During the last NASA Juno passage around Jupiter, the robotic spacecraft photographed a strangely dark cloud feature, informally called abyss. Surrounding cloud patterns show that the abyss is at the center of a vortex. As the dark features in Jupiter's atmosphere tend to be deeper than the features of light, the abyss may actually be the deep hole it seems, but without further evidence, this remains a conjecture. The abyss is surrounded by a complex of winding clouds and other swirling storm systems, some of which are topped by high-altitude colored clouds. The featured image was captured last month while Juno passed only about 15,000 kilometers above the top of Jupiter's clouds. Our beautiful planet is a huge ball of rock and metal covered by oceans that sustain life and huge masses of land. Jupiter, on the other hand, is a mysterious gas giant wrapped in clouds that may not even have a surface for humans to stand on. These two worlds may seem totally different, but earlier this year NASA released images that show that some processes work the same way on both planets. Norman Kering of NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center said, "As we interpret what we see in other parts of the solar system and the universe, we always compare to phenomena we already know on Earth. We work from the familiar to the unknown." Enormous abyss appears on Jupiter and NASA does not know how to explain cause. 1. This photo shows a flowering of plankton in the Baltic Sea. Image, NASA. You may not immediately notice the similarity between Earth and the gas giant Jupiter. But what NASA is pointing to are swirls in Jupiter's atmosphere, which resemble swirls in the Baltic Sea of Earth. The fluid movement on both planets is governed by the same laws of physics, explained NASA, which means a whirlwind on Earth looks very much like a whirlpool on Jupiter. Enormous abyss appears on Jupiter and NASA does not know how to explain cause. 2. A stunning view of Jupiter taken by the Juno spacecraft. Image, NASA. Kering added, "This is all about circulating fluids in a rotating body. Out of all complexity flows beauty, whether it be images of the Earth, Jupiter or your cup of coffee when you put the cream." Jupiter is believed to have 3 layers of clouds, with the outermost image in NASA's image. The photo of the Earth shows a flowering of green phytoplankton tracing the edges of a vortex in the Baltic Sea. NASA said that very different planets exhibit similar patterns because they are governed by the same laws of physics.